It's very Sanskrit.
Yes, you start with Gayatri Mantra.
Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi Yo na prachodayat.
So what we call Gayatri, we have just chanted. Gayatri meter in classical Sanskrit is not an individual meter, but it is a class of meters. And the definition of Gayatri meter is that it has 4 padas consisting of 6 padas, 6 syllables in each pada. But as a matter of fact, in Vedic Sanskrit, Gayatri appears as 24 syllables in all the padas taken together. Supposing if we take this very mantra, so Tat Savitur Varenyam, of course in this pada, the pada here is 8 as a matter of fact, and as a matter of fact, it consists of 3 padas and having 8 syllables in each pada, as good as Anushtup class. But even there, the first pada is missing by 1 syllable. Tat Savitur Varenyam is only 7 syllables. And all told, it is not 24 syllables, but 23 syllables only. So, there is, of course, Puruṣa also have told us about that, and a German phonetician, it goes by his name, Zephyr's law. And wherever there is such syllabic deficiency is there, it should be completed by, if it is va, it should be made uva, and if it is ya, it should be made ya. So, while chanting, we chant it as Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo devasya dhimahi yo na prachodayat, and this completes 24 letters. Similarly, the case with Uṣṇik meter. Uṣṇik meter, supposedly, it should have 7 syllables in each pada. And so, all told, there should be 28 syllables in each mantra, in the mantra as a whole. Arnold has made a detailed study of Vedic meters. And if we apply the rule as mentioned even in Pingala's Chanda Sutra, that each pada should constitute 7 syllables. So from that angle, there is just one mantra that is found as according to Les Morgan's statement. I have not examined it, to be frank with you, from that angle. According to him, as Arnold has also pointed out, that there is just one mantra that fulfills the required, I should say, the number of syllables in each pada should be 7. That is, only one mantra is there, and that mantra is Ṛg Veda, 8th Mandala, 69 Sukta, hymn 69, and this is the second mantra. Nadam va odatinam, nadam yo yuvatinam, patim vo agniyanam, dhenunam vishuddhyasi. Patim vo, again here, if Agniyanam, we read Agniyanam, then there is one syllable missing. It is not 7. So Patim vo Agniyanam, we have to chant it that way. Dhenunam vishuddhyasi. So that is the main difference between Vedic meter and classical meter. Vedic meters are for example, they also begin with Gayatri. Gayatri is 6 into 4, 24, but 6 into 4 rarely we get. It is generally 8 into 3, which is Gayatri. And then comes Uṣṇik, 28. We get 28 syllables in the whole meter, but there is just one, this mantra, where 7 syllables each pada. That definition holds good. Similar is the case with Anuṣṭuk. Anuṣṭuk meter in classical Sanskrit also is so confusing. This is the most popular class of meter and most popular meter. In Sanskrit it is called shloka. But now shloka is any verse is called shloka. The English translation of the Sanskrit translation of a verse is shloka, whether it is Manda Kranta, whether it is Sikarini, whether it is shloka or Indra Vajra or Upendra Vajra, everything is called shloka now. So that is the story of the meters. In what was the individual meter in Vedic world, in classical metrics, it has become a class name. For example, Anuṣṭuk class is there, and Anuṣṭuk class will have how many meters? Anuṣṭuk class will have Anuṣṭuk class will have 256 meters long. Possibilities are 256, not more than that, not less than that. And for Uṣṇik meter, Uṣṇik class of meter, the total number of meters should be 128 only. But in the Ṛg Veda itself, all told, there are 398 mantras that are supposed to be of Uṣṇik meter. 398, and that's all. But out of those 398 mantras, only one mantra fulfills the conditions imposed or required for a mantra being of Uṣṇik meter. Only one mantra is there. So that's all I thought I should report it. Thank you.
And if you were chanting this example, the 869-2, if it were being chanted, can you give us an example of rhythm for chanting this?
Of course, I have not been specially trained. That you have to ask some Maharashtrian Brahmin. In Ṛg Veda is more common in Maharashtra. But I will do that. Nadam va odatinam, nadam yo yuvatinam, patingo agniyanam, dhenunam ishuddhyasi, The mantra that we are going to do today is called Puruṣa Sūktam. That is a hymn dealing with Purusha, dealing with supreme consciousness. That is called Purusha here. Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, Sahasra Sirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapad, Sahasraksha Sahasrapad, Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva, Adyatishtat Dashangulam, And this mantra finds a place in all the four Vedas. And in Atharva Veda, it starts with Sahasra Hasta Purusha. Not Sahasra Sirsha, but there it is Sahasra Hasta Purusha in Atharva Veda. Otherwise, in other Vedas, it is just the same. But for chanting purposes, in Shukla Yajur Veda, if they chant it, they will chant it as Sahasra Shirekha Urukha. That's how they will chant. Because in Shukla Yajur Veda, the cerebral Sha is chanted as Kha. And And then this Sahasra Shirsha is chanted as Sahasra Shirikha Purukha. That is the difference in chanting. But here the word Sahasra has the literal meaning 1000. But the commentators, all commentators, have commented on this word, and they think that this Sahasra means infinite. It has the sense of infiniteness, that Purusha, that supreme consciousness, has infinite number of heads. Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, that consciousness, supreme consciousness. Sahasraksha, again 1000-eyed, but 1000-eyed had the sense of infinite eyes, infinite number of eyes, one who is endowed with infinite number of eyes. And Sahasrapad, infinite number of feet, Pada. And so that supreme consciousness, Bhumim Vishwataha Vritva. Vishwataha is on all sides, and Vritva is covering or pervading. After pervading the entire Bhumi, the entire earth, on all sides, Adyatishtat Dashangulam, he transcended the 10 fingers. Dashangulam means 10 fingers. Of course, in our time, we used to count with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how we counted. So Dashangulam represents here limited number, and he transcends that limited number, that number which can be counted by human beings, that much where human beings' brain can go. He transcended that. That's what these 10 fingers indicate or symbolize, that he Adyatishtat, he transcended the 10 fingered counting, 10-fingered counting. That is, he transcended this finite world. So he was infinite, as a matter of fact. So that's how this mantra is commented generally by Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrapad, Sabhuming, Vishwato Vritva, Adyatishtat Dashangulam. Adyatishtat means Adishtat is imperfect third person singular, and Adyatishtat means transcend. So he transcended Adyatishtat, 10 fingers. He transcended the 10 fingers. That is the literal meaning. And he transcended 10 fingers means that he transcended all finite numbers, all finite finite styles of measuring or counting. So unless you have any question, may proceed. Purusha evedam sarvam. Purusha evedam sarvam. Yat bhutam yacca bhavyam. Yat bhutam yacca bhavyam. Utamritatvaseshanu. Utamritatvaseshanu. Yadannena tirohati. Yadannena tirohati. So it goes very well with the first mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad. Ishavashyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. So Purusha evedam sarvam. All this, idam sarvam. All this is nothing but Supreme Consciousness itself. Purusha eva idam sarvam. Idam sarvam, that is in the present tense, all that is Purusha alone. And yad bhutam, and what was past, that also was Purusha eva. Yacca bhavyam, and whatever is going to come or coming to be, the future, that also is Purusha alone. That is the present, the past, and the future is nothing but Supreme Consciousness itself. Uta amritatvasya ishana. That Supreme Consciousness is ishana. That is, it is the Lord, or He is the Lord of amritatvasya. Amrita is immortal and amritatvam is immortality. So He is the Lord of immortality, amritatvasya. Uta amritatvasya ishana. He is the Lord even of immortality, and also yat annena atirohati, and all the animal kingdom, vegetable kingdom, and whatever kingdoms we have, whatever beings there are who grow with food, fertilizer, water, or whatever. He is the Lord of all that. Amritatvasya sa ishana yat annena atirohati tasyapi ishana. Whatever is immortality, He is the Lord of that, and whatever is mortal, that grows with food of the respective types, He is the Lord of that also. Yat annena atirohati. Atirohati. Rohati is Ruha is the grow, sprout, and Adhirohati means one that grows with. If you are climbing a tree, you are Arohati. If you are coming down from the tree, you are Avarohati. So is that all that is immortal, and all that grows with food, that is food mortal. All that grows with food is mortal. So that is to say, he is the Lord of immortality as well as mortality. That is the contrast here.
Dr. Sharma?
Yes.
So do we need to apply Seeber's law here as well in Pavit? Is this another place we would apply Seeber's law? Because we only have 7 syllables.
Oh yes, here also.
So Bhaviyam
Yes.
or Bhaviyam.
Yad bhutam yad bhaviyam. Yes, you are right. Yad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So bhaviyam we have to apply the first law here also. Bhaviyam. Any other comment or question? एतावानस्य महिमा अतोऽध्यायांश्च पूरुष पादोऽस्य विश्वा भूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि So whatever has been stated in the first 2 verses, this much is magnanimity, this much is greatness. Etavan asya mahima, asya greatness, mahima, magnanimity, is etavan, this much. Just you can imagine that he transcends everything. He transcends their numerical value also. And he is so much, this much. Etavan. Etavan has the sense of measurement. Etavan, Yan, Kiyan, Yavan. These are the words of measurement. So this much is his greatness. But as a matter of fact, Ato Jyayanscha Purusha. But even that Purusha is higher or greater than that. This is also a minor statement. The major statement is that Purusha, that supreme consciousness, is greater than that even. So, etavan asya mahima ato jyayanscha Purusha. And how jyayan? How greater than that is Purusha. So that is being elaborated in in the third and fourth line. Padosya Vishwa Bhutani. All beings are just 1/4 of his greatness. Pada, that is 1/4. Not foot here, but 1/4 of him consists of all beings that are in the cosmos. Pada asya Vishwani Bhutani. So here in Vedic Sanskrit, Vishwani can also be stated by Vishwa. As in Latin you have agendum, agenda. Agenda, in English we have agenda, items for consideration, items for discussion that we have. This is agenda. Agenda is in Latin present future participle passive is agendum, and agendum is the nominative singular, and agenda is nominative plural. So similarly, Vishwam is singular in Vedic, and Vishwa is the nominative plural. Instead of Vishwani, in classical Sanskrit it will be only Vishwani, but in Veda it would be Vishwani as well as Vishwa, plural, nominative plural. So Pada Asya Vishwa Bhutani. Pada Asya Vishwa Vishwani Bhutani. That would be the meaning. So all beings, Bhutani is beings, all beings are just 1/4 Pada. And Tripad Asya Amritam Divi. And its immortal 3 padas, 3/4. Its immortal Amritam, 3 3/4. Immortal 3/4 are in somewhere in the heaven, somewhere else, somewhere in some luminary or some heaven. There are 3 padas, 3/4 are the immortal 3 padas are not with us, are not invisible, not visible to us. I am reminded of a Nobel laureate physicist. His name I am not remembering. He was lecturing in the International House in Berkeley. According to him, 96% of elements are totally unknown to us. Only 4% of total elements of the cosmos have been somehow been identified. Otherwise, 96% of elements are altogether unknown to us. That's what that physicist told us. So the same idea is represented in this mantra also. Pada asya Vishwa Bhutani and Tripad asya Amritam Devi. The 3/4 are not known to us. So any question?
Dr. Sharma, it's similar to also in Veda of speech, only one part is actually.
That's right. Everywhere that truth is there. Kipadu Dvapudai Purusha
Udai Purusha
Vadosyeha bhavat punah
Adosyeha
Tato Vishwam Vyakramat
Tato Vishvam Vyakramat
Sashana Nashane Abhi.
Sashana Nashane Abhi.
So that Purusha who is Virat, that is the three-fourth of all the elements of the cosmos. That Virat Purusha Urdhvam Udait, that is, he went up, he transcended all beings, and he flew up. Dait is from the root in or yanti, and it's imperfect for third person singular, Dait, that is, it went up, Udait. That three-quarter Purusha, that Purusha who represented three-quarters of the entire cosmos, that Purusha, he went up to Dait. And Urdhva, there are two words for the up. One is the Uṣṇik is there, that preposition, and the other is Urdhva, that he flew up. And the three quarters of that Purusha flew upwards or flew up, and just 1/4 of that Purusha, again he was on this planet, here abhavat. Tato Vishwam Vyakramat. So, Tato Vishwam Vyakramat. So, Vyakramat means he pervaded the entire Vishwam, all directions. As you have Pran for east, Pratyang for west, so Vishwam is for on all sides. So he pervaded all sides of the cosmos. Yatkramat. Rather, he transcended, or he pervaded rather. Vyakramat is Vikramyati. And in classical Sanskrit we use this with preposition V and Krama. So Vikrama means valor. And Vikramyati, he shows his valor. And here Vyakramat, that is also imperfect, and it has the sense of pervasion, that he pervaded. Tato Vishwam Vyakramat. So he pervaded the entire cosmos, consisting of Sashana. as it has been pointed out above, that yat annena atirohati sashana, that one which grows with anna, with ashana, with food, and that which grows without food, anashana, that is the divine elements that do not grow with food, they do not live on food, but anashana, they do not have any anna. So Sahasra nashane abhi. So he pervaded all all parts of the universe, as gods, as humans, as animals, as plants, every form. So tato vishwam vyakramat sasana nashane abhi. So nashane sasana, asanena sahitam, and anashanam, asanad rahitam, asanena rahitam. So those who grow with food and those who grow without food, he pervaded the entire cosmos. Tato vishwam vyakramat sasana anashane abhi. Abhi here is just the position, but abhi has the sense of abhiraksha, with regard to those that are living on food, including those who are not living on food. So he pervaded all beings in this cosmos. So, tato vishwam vyakramat sasana nashane abhi. And so, this is, of course, commentator has also quoted from Gita, Vishtabhyaha midam sarvam ekanshena sthito jagat. Gita also, they say, 10:42. Ekanshena sthito jagat. With one part, I am pervading the entire universe. Vishtabhyaha midam krishnam ekanshena sthito jagat. So that's what. So I have anashana and sasana. Sasana nashane. Commentators say that sasana is the plants, the animals, humans, and anashana is the mountain, the river. They do not need any food for their growth or for their food. So he pervades entire all directions of the universe, of the cosmos, with his 3 quarters, with his 1 quarter, with his 1 quarter. Udva Purusha, the Purusha with 3 quarters, he flew upward, and 1 pada was here available with us, and that 1 pada is that pervaded the entire cosmos, including those who grow with food and those who grow without food. Grow with food are the gods, the humans, the plants and others, and those who grow without food are mountains, the rivers, etc., etc., etc. So he pervaded the entire cosmos. So that's what it is. Tasmat Virat Ajayata.
Tasmat Virat Ajayata.
Virajo Adipurusha.
Virajo Adipurusha.
Sajato Atyadichyata.
Sajato Atyadichyata.
Paschat Bhumi Pura.
Paschat Bhumin Hatho Pura.
So that is Tasmat, from that supreme consciousness arose Ajayata, Virat. I will go a little bit, there would be a little bit of diversion in the Shankara Advaita Vada. They interpret the entire, all the Upanishads, the Gita, and also Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. So their view is that Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman, appears in two forms. One form is that of Ishwara, what he calls Ishwara. And the Ishwara is the appearance in Sattvika form, appearance of Supreme Brahman in Sattvika form. And that Ishwara is the Lord of Maya, Mayapati. And the other form in which he appears is Jiva, where Sattva Shuddhi is not there, where Sattva Guna is not predominant. That's all it says. Sattva Shuddhya Vishuddhibhyam Maya Avidyecha Te Mate. And he distinguishes his power into two parts. One part is Maya, he calls it, and the other part he calls Avidya, ignorance. So Mayapati is Ishwara, who is the Lord of delusion, and he can manipulate that Maya to spread or to generate several other appearances endowed with avidya, endowed with ignorance. So the same point is made out here. Tato Viradajayata. So from that supreme consciousness, that Purusha, Virat Ajayata, that Virat, Ishwara, came out as an appearance. Tatvato Virat Ajayata. And then Vividhani Rajante Vastuni Atra iti Virat. And after making that Virat as its abode, as its locus, the Purusha, that supreme consciousness also came out, or he entered that Virat, Virajo Adi Purusha. And then he became the individual self, himself. So, Tasmat Virat Ajayata Virajo Adi Purusha. And that Purusha, that supreme consciousness, he came and he entered that the body of that Virat as a sort of sentient being. And Sajataha Atyavidyata. And that Purusha, Virat Purusha, then that he became Atyarityata, that he transcended the entire universe again. So Sajataha Atyarityata. Atyarityata means he again transcended everything. Paschat Bhumin, first of all, he transcended the locus, the land, and then also he transcended the Pura, that is to say, the bodies. He transcended the earth and also the bodies of that Virat. Virat was spreading like anything. Virat expanded as the gods, as humans, as other animals, as plants, and he again transcended them. He transcended, first of all, Mim, Paschat, Sajataha, Atyarityata, Umim. After he was born, so with Virat and with the supreme consciousness entering the body of Virat, that being, that supreme consciousness was thereafter, he transcended the entire earth, Bhumim, and then Atha, also Puraha. Puraha is your body. All the bodies he transcended. That is to say, he is not the body, he is not the senses, he is not the mind, he transcends everything. So Jato Atyarityata Paschat Bhumim. First of all, he was born, and then he transcended all of them, and then he transcended the bodies, all the bodies. Pura literally means the villages, the towns. But here Pura means the bodies. We transcended all the bodies. All that is visible, we transcended that. So he becomes, even now is invisible. It's not. So Tasmat Virat Ajayata Virajo Adi Purusha Sajata Paschat Bhumim Atyarikyata Atha Pura Atyarikyata. So he transcended everything. So any question? Yes?
This says he became a man, a sentient being, a person.
Not as a man.
Oh.
No man. Because after entering the Virat, Virat also came out of him and he himself entered the body. For example, any body that we have or we are, after the entrance of Jiva only, we become active. So even in Ayurveda, when there is the creation starts, first of all the body comes, and in that body the Atma or the or whatever you may call it, consciousness enters, and that is why a son or a daughter is called Atmaja or Atmaja, because Atma also plays a role there. Unless Atma enters that body cannot be born and cannot be an active body. It is inactive. So that's what it says. Yes.
Is the Vedic sounding from in the beginning? Because not Virata, Jayata, but Virat, the becomes a Ra.
Yes, it is. This one is cerebral Ra. La is there, and it is especially in the Ṛg Veda this happens. Asmadhyastha lakarasya lakarang vahricha jagu. So the Virada, I is there and O is there, and in between this Da comes, so that Da becomes La. Cerebral law. That is Vedic.
This is supposed to be Purusha in positive B with a long U.
Yes. There are Purusha. There are two such names I remember. One is Purusha. First one and second one both are short U. And the other word is Hanumat. Now is short generally, but it is also Hanumat. So it is also long.
The thing that's confusing in this book, Dr. Sharma, is that when the verse is written out in totality, it is long, and if you look underneath in the breakdown, then he puts it there with a short one. And the two different verses in this that we looked at today, it does the same thing. Full written out has long U, and the breakdown is so short U. So I was wondering if the long U had any metrical significance.
It is it is the word pur is there, and that is short u. But in Sangya, whatever you have, there it is optionally, it can become long also. And we have this example everywhere. You have, for example, adhikara. Adhikara is short e, but you can make it adhikara. And prakara can become prakara also. And similarly, there are several words where Sangya, in Sangya or in Vedas, this happens, and especially in the personal names and in the Vedic language, this lengthening is a special feature, as a matter of fact. Adhikara. So that is also there.
Dr. Sharma, do you mean Sangya, like Panini, the technical terms of Sangya?
That's right. That's what it is. Yat Purushena Havisha
Yat Purushena Havisha
Deva Yajñamatanvata
Deva Yajñamatanvata
Vasanto Asya Siddhajyam
Vasanto Asya Siddhajyam
Bhishma
Itma
Sharadhavihi.
Sharadhavihi.
So, Yat Purushena. So, here Yat has the sense of when, Yada. Yada Purushena Havisha. Purushena Havisha. Purushena Havisha has been interpreted by some modern scholars as suggesting that the first oblation that was offered in the cosmic sacrifice was Purusha. But we know that Narada was the mental progeny of Brahma. Narada. And there were Manasaputras. Similarly, I think that Vyasa was also a Manasaputra of Parashara. So here also, Purushena does not mean physical Purushena, but mental Purushena. That it was the Purusha himself offered himself as yajna, as an oblation. Yada Purushena Havisha Deva Yajñamatanvata. The gods, when they spread or when they conducted Atanvata, when they conducted their sacrifice, when they performed their sacrifice with mental Purusha, with speculative Purusha. Then what were the other items that were offered in oblation? So Vasanta, the spring season, was Ajyam. Ajyam is verified butter, ghee. Vasanta asya asit Ajyam. And Grishma, the summer season, was Idmaha. Idmaha is fuel. And Sharad, the autumn, was its havi, that some cakes, sacrificial cake, Purusha, etc., that were cooked especially for sacrifices. That was Sarad. Sarad constituted the sacrificial cake, etc. Whatever. Havi is oblation. So Yada, that the time when the gods performed the sacrifice with speculative Purusha or the mental Purusha as an object of sacrifice, at that time Vasanta, spring season, was of that sacrifice. For that sacrifice, Vasanta season, spring season, constituted the ghee, verified butter. Summer season constituted the fuel, and the autumn season constituted the Purusha, that is the oblation, as a matter of fact. Other items of oblation, Dhupa, etc., etc., etc. Dhupa or Purusha. So that was Avisha. So any question here? Or any objection?
The gods sacrificed the mother Purusha, but you also said that he sacrificed himself.
He also sacrificed himself, but here it is gods. Gods conducted that sacrifice. Deva yajñam atanvata yada Purushena Havisha Deva yajñam atanvata. When Purusha was the main object of Agnihotra, and Purusha, that was mental Purusha, their own mind. In fact, what is the sacrifice means? Offering of yourself. And that is why you, in the end, you say, Idam na mama. And everybody, even a human being, when he performs a sacrifice, while performing that sacrifice, he is supposed to be a god. Devo bhutva devam yajeta. That is the tradition. One becomes God himself. And Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, when we chant that, then we become God. We become gods. And then we are competent to worship the gods. After becoming gods, we can worship gods. That is the Deva Bhutva Devo Bhutva Devam Yajeta. That is the Vedic line. Devo Bhutva Devam Yajeta. So that is why here it is said Deva Yad Yajnam. It will come again at the end. So shall we proceed? Tam Yajnam Om Tam Yajnam Varahishi Puruṣam Puruṣam Jatamagrata Tena Deva Ayajanta Sadhya Rishayaschaye Suktam Yajnam Parahishi Puruṣam. So Yajnam means that Purusha, mental Purusha, was mentally offered as a sacrifice. Puruṣam, Tam Yajnam Puruṣam. So Tam Yajnam Puruṣam. That here Yajnam means Tam sacrificial Purusha. Sacrifice here means sacrificial. So Tam Yajnam Puruṣam. That Varahishi, that is, Varahi is sacrifice. So Varahishi, that is interpreted by commentators as mental sacrifice. In mental sacrifice, Puruṣa is again imperfect third person plural. Deva Puruṣam has the sense of sprinkling water with rice. Water and rice, if they are together offered on the head of somebody, so that is called Puruṣa. Puruṣa is sprinkling of water. So they sprinkled water on the head of that mental Purusha. Agrata Jatam, who was the first, was the primordial creator of the universe. Jatam Agrata, that he was the firstborn Purusha, firstborn supreme consciousness. So they sprinkled water on the head of that mentally being offered that supreme consciousness. Varahishi. tam yajnam purusham, tam that sacrificial supreme consciousness who was primordial creator, or who was primordially born, firstborn Purusha. So mentally, they sprinkled water on his head. And tena deva ayajanta sadhya rishayaschaye. And with that Purusha, they performed their sacrifice, and the gods were there. The other species of the gods, Sadhya, they were also there, and the seers were also there, Rishayas Chaye. So they all offered their sacrifice, they performed their sacrifice. The gods, including the Sadhyas and the seers, whosoever were there available, they performed that yajna. They first of all, they sprinkled water on the head of that speculative object of sacrifice, that is the primordial, the consciousness. So that's what it is. What a issue. Yajnam has the sense of yajna, the sacrificial. That's the sense it has. Yajnam Purusham, that is sacrificial supreme consciousness. This sacrificial supreme in that sacrifice, that was the first sacrifice in which they sprinkled water on him. And with that Purusha, the gods performed that sacrifice. The gods, including Sadhyas, including Rishis. All of them performed the sacrifice with that Purusha. Tasma Om. I miss. You are looking at your watch.
Just checking. I have typed number 8 and not past that, so maybe one more.
Oh.
Or I can make copies from Les's book.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Dr. Sharma, what is Ayajanta? Yeah.
What is that?
Ayajanta?
Ayajanta is again this imperfect third person plural. They perform sacrifice. Ayajanta. The gods, including the Sadhya species of the gods, as well as the seers, they perform their sacrifice with that speculative Purusha in view. Tena deva ayajanta sadhya rishayaschaye. So ayajanta goes with deva, sadhya, rishayascha. Atmanepal.
And the sadhyas, Dr. Sharma?
Sadhyas are the species of Devayoni, Devayonaya. That's what our traditional dictionaries tell us. Maharajika sadhyascha, siddhascha, gana devata. They are called gana devata. That is to say, they are also the gods or the categories of the gods. There are gods have several categories. The one category is mentioned in the Yoga Sutra. Videha. Videhas are also the gods who have no body at all. And Sadhyas are also a special category of gods. Kana Devata. So, Tasmad Yagyat Sarvabhuta Samritam Prishadadyam Pasuntam Chakre Vayabhyan Aranyan Gramyaschaye. So, from that yajna, which was Sarvabhuta, so that is Sarvabhut yajna, that Sarvatmaka Purusha Yasmin yajne huyate, sa yajna Sarvabhut. From that sacrifice, Prishadadyam is that is the ghee, the clarified butter mixed with yogurt was made out. So, Sarvabhutah Tasmad Yagyat Prishadadyam Sambritam. From that sacrifice itself, Prishadadyam, that is the ghee mixed with yogurt, was made out. That is to say, here the yogurt and ghee represent all enjoyable objects of life, all eatables, all enjoyable, everything, whatever is enjoyable, that is Prishadajya. That is Prishadajya. So, Tasmad Yagyat Sarvahuta Samritan Prishadajya. And then from that sacrifice, they made out the several pashus, several animals. The animals whose presiding deity is wind, Vayabhyan. And Vayabhyan means whose presiding deity is wind. Those pashus, those animals, they created out of that sacrifice. Out of that sacrifice, they were created. They were not killed. They were not sacrificed, but they were created. Because it is Chakre. Tan पशून् वायव्यान् चक्रे ये च ग्राम्याः पशवः तान् चक्रे पशून् तान् चक्रे वायव्यान् आरण्यान् तथा च ये ग्राम्याः पशवः तान् पशून् चक्रे. They created, but they पशून् तान् चक्रे वायव्यान् आरण्यान् ग्राम्याश्च ये. Gramyascha ye, of course, is separate. Tan Pashun Chakre. That is to say, in Vedas, the singular becomes plural and plural becomes singular. So either Chakre is singular, no doubt, but it has the sense of plural because the gods were performing that sacrifice. So they created Pashus presided over by wind. And including the wild ones and those who were gramyas, those who were domestic. So all of them they made out, they created out of that yajna where everything was oblated, everything was offered in oblation. Because Purusha himself, who represented everything, there was nothing where he was not there. And the offering in oblation of Purusha implied offering of everything. So, as you must be knowing already, and it has been made clear several times by our great Guru also, and by the Vedic tradition itself, whenever we are offering any item, we say that idam na mama. It is not mine. It is not mine. What does it mean? That I am offering myself entirely as a sacrifice. And that was misunderstood by some people. And some people thought that there was human sacrifice in the Vedas. Some people even now want to say. But the story of Shunashepa in the Aitareya Brahmana, that makes it clear that there was a tradition of human sacrifice earlier. That tradition is criticized in the Vedas because there it is in the Sunashepopakhyana of the Aitareya Brahmana. Sunashepa is ultimately comes as a symbol of human sacrifice, and Vishwamitra, the revolutionary rishi, who is the rishi of Gayatri mantra also, he saves that person Sunashepa. He does not only save him from being sacrificed, but also he adopts him as his senior most successor, senior most child. And those children who do not accept him as senior most, those sons are excommunicated by him. They are not his successors. But those 50 sons who accepted Sunashepa as their eldest son, they were, so he was, even though he was 51st, but he was the first son officially. So that story is very clear that the Vedic tradition does not believe in human sacrifice. So this is what it is. So it is from that yajna where everything was offered in operation, because Purusha himself was offered in operation mentally. The Purusha himself was offered in oblation. That means idam namama. Purusha himself got himself burned and went as an offering of the sacrifice, mentally at least. So that's what it is. So tasmat yagyat sarvabhuta samritam prishadadyam Suktam chakri vayavyan aranyan gramyaschaye. And they quote from this Maitreya Brahmana that Vayavastha Idyaha Vayurva Antarikshasya Adhyaksha Antariksha Devatya Kharuvai Pashava. And all the animals have Antariksha as their gods. And when we offer oblations to the fire, Bhuva Swaha, what do we say? Then Vayave Idam Nama. So the god, presiding deity of Antariksha, Bhuva, is the wind. So the Pashus, all animals are called as Vayu Devatya, were those whose presiding deities are winds. So that's what Vayavyan here. Pasu Tam Chakre Vayavyan Aranyan Gramyanschaye. Sahasra Sirsha Purusha
Sahasra Sirsha Purusha
Sahasraksha Sahasrapad
Sahasraksha
Sabhuming Vishvato Vritva
Sabhuming Vishvato Vritva
Atyatishtat Dashangulam
Atyatishtat Dashangulam
Purusha Evedam Sarvam
Purusha Evedam Sarvam
Yad Guptam Yad Javabhyam
Yad Bhutam Yad Shavadhyam
Utamritattvasye Shanu
Utamritavasye Shano
Yadannena Tiruhati
Yadanena Tirohati
Etavanasya Mahima
Evamanasya Mahima
Ato Yayanscha Purusha
Atotyayanscha Purusha
Padosya Vishwa Bhutani
Padosya Vishwa Bhutani
Vipadasya Mritam Divi
Vipadasya Mritam Divi
Vipadurdva Uday Purusha
Vipadurdvam Uday Purusha
Padosyeha Bhavatpuna
Pados
Asya
Tato Vishwam Vyakramat.
Tato Vishwam Vyakramat
Tato Vishwam Vyakramat.
Tato Vishwam Vyakramat
Sahasra Nashane Abhi.
Sahasra Abhi
Tasmat Virat Jayata.
Tasmat Virat Jayata
Virajo Adi Purusha.
Virajo Adi Purusha
Sajato Atyarichyata.
Sajato Atyarichyata
Paschat Vimato Pura.
Paschat Bhumimato Pura
Yat Purushena Havisha.
Yat Purushena Havisha
Deva Yajnamatanvata.
Deva Yajnamatam Vata
Vasanto Asya Siddhajyam.
Vasanto Asya Siddhajyam
Grishma Itma Sharadhavi.
Grishma Idam Sharadavi Om
Tam Yagyam Varishi Praushan.
Tam Yagyam Parishi Prakshan
Puruṣam Jātamagrata.
Purusham Jatamagrata
Tena Deva Ayajanta.
Deva Deva Ayajanta
Satya Vishayaschaye.
Satya Vishayaschaye Om
Tasmad Yagyat Sarvabhuta.
Tasmad Yagyat Sarvabhuta
Samritam Vishadadyam.
Samritam Vishadadyam
Vasumtam Chakre.
Vashuntam Chakre
Vayabhyan.
Vayabhyam
Naranyan.
Aranyan
Gramyaschaye.
Ramyaschaye
Shanti.
Shanti Shanti
So next week, I think it should be possible for us to finish this sutta. There are in all 16 mantras in this. So it is a very important sutta of the Ṛg Veda. Perhaps the most important sutta of the Ṛg Veda.
If we can maybe also do Shanti.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Take a little.
Yes, yes, definitely. But do they have?
We have in our computer, and I will send it to you with some questions.
Yes. I have not seen.
You wrote it out for us years ago, and I might be able to find that, but whatever we had was from notes when you taught us before, and I think just you have to make sure there's no error.
All right. Anyway, I will have. I have not seen my email today.
I have not sent, but I will send in a day.
Or
Dr. Did you do one mantra for Manisha? Something for Manisha, some mantra.
oh yes, yes, yes.
Can we do now just for 1 minute?
Yes, why not? Trayambakam yajamahe Sugantim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamritat Trayambakam yajamahe Sugantim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamritat Trayambakam yajamahe Sugantim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan Mrityurmukshiyamamritat Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om That mantra was stated by Indiraji. Let us chant it first of all. Om Shanno mitraḥ Shanno mitraḥ Shan varuna Shanno bhavatvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shanno Vishnu Suktam Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi Tvameva pratyaksham brahma vadishyami Ritam vadishyami Satyam vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu mam Avatu vaktaram Avatu vaktaram Shanti Shanti So in fact, in this mantra, the various manifestations of one and the same Brahman are as a matter of fact, are saluted or are made objects of salutation. And Sang no mitraḥ. Mitra is one of the forms of the sun god. Shanno mitraḥ. May the sun be auspicious for us. Nah. Is for us. Shanno mitraḥ. And Shan Varuna. And may the presiding deity of the west direction, Varuna, may Varuna be auspicious for us. Shan Varuna. Shanno Bhavat Variyama. May fire god, or again we could say Variyama is the sun. May fire god, or the presiding deity of light, may he be auspicious for us. Shanno Bhavat Variyama. Shanna Indra. May the Lord of the gods, Indra, he be auspicious for us. The Brihaspati, the presiding deity of parliament of the gods, is the presiding deity. Brihaspati is the leader of parliament of the gods. So Sanna Indro Brihaspati. Shanno Vishnu Rukrama. And may Lord Vishnu with wide steps, endowed with wide steps. Urukrama. Urukrama means whose steps are too wide. May Vishnu be auspicious for all of us. So Vishnu Urukrama. And then in the end it says Namo Brahmane, and salutation to that Brahman, that supreme consciousness. And Namaste Vayu. All this is in third person. But Vayu, who has quite a lot to do with our speech. So here it says Namaste Vayu. O Vayu, salutation, special salutation to you, who also constitute one of the manifestations of supreme consciousness. So salutation to you, because you are directly concerned with our speech. So Namaste Vayu. Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi. Tvam eva, you alone, are perceptible Brahma, perceptible supreme consciousness. Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi. You are Asi. Why do we call Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi? Because when the creation starts, the first to come as an item of creation is Akasha, that is space, which cannot be perceived by us. Not only it cannot be seen, but it cannot even be perceived by us in any form. But Vayu is that item of creation who is perceived by not its being touched but by its touching power, by its tactual power, it touches us. Vayu also doesn't have any form, so it is not visible to us with naked eyes. But it touches us. Rupa Rahita Sparshavan Vayu. It touches, but it doesn't have a form. So because of all the gross elements, Vayu is the first such element which is perceptible through its touch, its touching power. So it is Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. So you alone are perceptible supreme consciousness. And so Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. So we will speak out you alone as perceptible supreme consciousness. Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami. I will speak out you alone as perceptible supreme consciousness. And Ritam Vadishyami. And I will speak about you as constituting the cosmic law of truth. Cosmic law of truth. That is the rhythm. That was an object of creation. In another sutta, it is pointed out that Rita, the cosmic law of creation or cosmic law of truth, was the first item that formed the object of creation. Ritanja Satyanja Avidhat Tapasaha Adhyayayata. That's what the first mantra of the sutta, of the hymn, that is considered to be Agamarshana Sutta. This is the first mantra. So, Ritan Vadishyami, that I will speak, I will describe you as the cosmic law of truth, as well as truth. Ritan Vadishyami, Satyam Vadishyami. So, may that Brahman, Tanmam Avatu, may that Brahman protect me. May that Brahman protect all who speak and who are going to speak now. So Avatu Mam, may he protect me and may he protect all that make any speech. So Avatu Vaktaram, and then it is definitely. If Vayu is with us and we speak the truth, we speak according to the law of cosmic law of truth, then that is what Patanjali calls Ritambhara Prajna. There, Vayu has to come to our rescue. Sometimes our truth is not liked by the world. The world does not tolerate sometimes the exact truth. So Vayu should come to my rescue. And may he protect me, and may he protect all who speak the truth, who speak the cosmic law of truth. That is this mantra. Then there will be peace, material, peace intellectual, and peace spiritual.